Teezy on the track, boy.
Thank you, Teezy. Yeah.
Teezy on the track, boy. Teezy on the track, boy.
This kid.
Teezy on the track,
Yeah. It's crystal clear, I'm a problem, boy. That's common knowledge, boy. Nah, not in your pockets, boy. I fucking got it, boy. Shit, you bring me lots of joy. Shit, you bring me lots of joy. Smoke green chronic, baby. I call it bok choy.
I'm usually a little bit drunker at this point. Urban Wine Tribe TV, it's your boy JM, the corner store wine connoisseur. We are here at Bottle Co. in North Bergen, New Jersey, shooting another episode of Urban Wine Tribe TV. Urban Wine Tribe, how this was started, it's really just a bridge. I got into the wine industry through working in restaurants. I learned that the more expensive wine I sold, the more money I made. So I found myself getting to try very good wines. I found myself in very swanky wine tastings, but there was something missing. Getting to try all these wines and meeting all these interesting people, it was great experiences. Something was missing. And it wasn't about people who look, talk, and act like me, but it's about people who are comfortable being themselves. I'm dressed in clothes I don't want to be in. Speaking a language that I would never speak in my everyday life. And then on the other side, I'm going out to my boys to a bar. God forbid I order a glass of rosé in front of my boys, right? I wanted to undo all these stereotypes. You can go to these wine tastings in a pair of sneakers and ripped jeans if you want. You can order white wine when you're out drinking with your boys. The wine industry is what you want it to be. Don't let the industry and tradition dictate what it has to be moving forward. This is about bringing worlds together, and it's not meant to make you comfortable. It's about introducing new people to each other, introducing new cultures. If you notice, I don't put a lot of wine people on my shows. And to be honest with you, not a lot of them really care for what it is that I'm doing. It's very uncomfortable to them. I'm breaking their traditions. I'm undoing everything that they've been taught, and it's hard for a lot of people. But, you know, with that being said, this can't be stopped. I can't stop now. There's a group of people that aren't being spoken to, that this education is being held from them. The biggest beef I have with the wine industry is that they like to pick and choose who they deem worthy of learning about wine. And I noticed that early on, and I took it upon myself to end that. We're gonna bring these worlds together. And hopefully Urban Wine Tribe, like I said, is the bridge. Got some great wines today, as we always do. We're doing a rosé, a white, and a red. This show is sponsored by Chef Antonio is going to be coming over with some pizzas. We're going to get down on that. Comedian Julio Diaz is joining us. He'll be stepping on stage in just a minute here. Our musical guest is Keisha Hawks. She'll be closing the show tonight. And in between, we're going to be getting fucked up. With that being said, let's get this show going. How about it? How's that sound? Coming to the stage from Brooklyn, New York, Julio Diaz. Come on, man.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing me back out here. I came here on the 30th of March. Came here with like a group of friends from Brooklyn. Remember pulling in and my friends like, yo, Julio, you made it, bro. We're performing in the liquor store, bro. Alpha, next to the tequila, my guy. It doesn't matter how legal weed becomes. Weed will forever be illegal in my household. I have old school parents. I have a mother that everything that bad happens to me in my life, she blames it on weed. I've been gaining weight. And I was like, Mommy, I'm kind of sad I'm gaining weight. She's like, I saw that weed you smoke. I'm like, I'm kind of the only fat pothead I know. I got a scar on my eye. I get into a fight, got hit by a car. I'm kind of lucky to be here. And I was sober too. My parents come to see me in the hospital. First thing my mother says, I already knew. And I was like, no, I was sober. She's like, that's worse. That weed is affecting your soberness now. My full name is Julio Ernesto Diaz III. I'm real proud of that. When I turned 18, my father came in our room. He goes, happy birthday, Mr. Diaz. He called me Mr. Diaz like if I worked for him. He's a Marine, little little detail about him. He goes, happy birthday, Mr. Diaz. I go, thank you, Poppy. He goes, don't thank me. I have nothing in common with you. I'm thinking our names. We both fat out. I go, why would you say that? He goes, Mr. Diaz, I have nothing in common with you because you're only 18 and you smoke weed. You're a loser. I go, what were you doing at 18 that makes it so different? He goes, Mr. Diaz, I wasn't smoking weed. I had time for that because I had a son. I go, Bobby, it sounds like we were both losers, bro. You know what I'm saying? My mother's a stenographer. She takes pictures of babies in the womb. That's a nice job. I like it. But teenage pregnancy is a real thing. She comes home every year saying the new latest slang term. This year she came home, she was like, work with lit. It's alright, because slang terms of today are cool. But she's been a stenographer since 2004. You know what slang terms were around in 2004? To this day, I can't get her to stop calling me a chicken head. Do y'all know what a chicken head is? It is a fallacious person. But she don't know that. She's a chicken head. She's like, that's cute. She comes home, I love seeing my mother. I'm like, mommy. She's like, chicken head. I'm happy and offended at the same time. I hate people with weird logic. Weird logic bothers me, especially if you can't hear that shit for yourself. I'm on the phone with a friend. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? He's like, yo, Eddie Murphy's daughter, I think she's beautiful. That's not weird. I seen her mother. I go, bro, she gotta be beautiful. He goes, nah, bro. The mom is like a 7.5 out of 10, but the daughter is a 10 out of 10. I'm like, you think she looks good because Eddie Murphy? He was like, whoa. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to call you gay, but your math is fucked up. 7.5 will give birth to a 10. I'm like, that's not gonna be shit out. With that logic, I'm thinking he's thinking Eddie Murphy gotta be at least a 13. It's not a math problem too early in the day for that. I hate people that waste their time for no reason. I was walking home the other day, this guy stopped me and goes, yo, I don't mean to tell you this, but God bless my father. He would have been 110 today. I said, yo, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. How old is he? He goes, nah, don't worry about it. He died when he was 79. I'm like, you gotta let that shit go. I'm sorry, but there's other people we could talk about. Jesus would have been 2019, right? It's a Sunday, I know. Should have saved that joke. I apologize. Not sure if this is a mushroom crowd. I could be wrong, but I take psychedelic mushrooms. I like taking psychedelic mushrooms. I like them because mushrooms, when I'm high on mushrooms, I'm like really, really positive. Because I'm already positive as it is sober. But on mushrooms, I'm really positive. Like if you ever catch me on mushrooms or you come up to me like, yo, I'm having a bad day, I'll be like, yo, but you having a day, God bless. I had a friend, she's a comedian. I went to her show. I can't tell you if the show was funny or not. I had a great time. She wants constructive feedback. She wants something she could work on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She goes, how did I do? I was like, you was amazing. You had a consistent flow. And she was like, yeah, but none of my jokes work. I'm like, yeah, but that's a consistent flow. I can work with that. I met a girl, she told me she was a free spirit. Only time I heard free spirit was in the movie Forrest Gump. Y'all remember Jenny? Jenny was a free spirit. But I was young, I didn't know what that shit was. I'm like, yo, he really likes Jenny. I met this girl, I go, what is that? She goes, Julio, you don't own me. I am not your property. This relationship don't mean I belong to you. These are all attractive qualities. I didn't know that was a better way to say she's gonna cheat on me though. You could have said that. There's better ways to sing that shit. I feel like God is always giving you subtle clues. Like for me, my biggest thing is losing weight. I feel like God gives you subtle clues. So here's a subtle clue if you ever needed it. If you recline your seat in your car, and then the seat can't bring you back up, it's time. I tried that shit, I'm actually in a good place in my life. I used to be 300 pounds. What's up? I appreciate that. I don't understand why it took y'all forever to fly. I did the same with my grandfather. I used to be 300 pounds. He's like, you 295? You got to finish mine. I don't know if Jersey's like this, but in the city there's a war going on. Especially in New York, there's a war going on. Maybe it's like this everywhere. But there's a war going on between people that deliver packages and people that order shit online. I work for FedEx, so I hate all of y'all. I'm playing, but look, y'all order 500 packages every day. This shit is crazy. Y'all don't buy y'all shit at the store no more. And then y'all want crazy shit. Every day I see a note, hey, I live on the 5th floor, can you bring it up? You're never gonna see a package. I will beam your package for the truck if I have to be honest. I'll roll down the block, FedEx, and I'll keep it rolling. I actually just got fired from FedEx, to be honest. Supporting crowd, I appreciate that. Somebody recorded me throwing a package out the truck. I'm not even mad at that guy. I'm not even mad at FedEx for firing me. I'm mad at the person that recorded me or everybody else because y'all act like I'm the only one that threw y'all packages for FedEx. Everybody at FedEx is throwing y'all packages. I don't know if y'all know this. Y'all a little quiet, don't take it personally. I had to be the bearer of bad news. Right? I've been training my mind to flip negative thoughts into positive thoughts immediately. You have to train for that. I was having sex with this girl the other day and I saw myself naked for the first time in the mirror. I never seen myself like that. And I was like, ew. But then I was like, yo, she really likes me. I was playing basketball the other day and one of my teammates was like, you suck. And I was like, why would you say that? He goes, you was only 1 for 2. You only took 2 shots. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. 1 for 2? He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm 50% from the field. I can live with that. This is going to be my last show before I go. I'm from Brooklyn. Real proud of Brooklyn. Proud to be from Brooklyn. But I feel like a lot of my friends are people from Brooklyn. They set themselves up short in life. I feel like they could go for so much higher. I ran into a friend I haven't seen in high school. I go, bro, what are you doing with your life? He goes, Julio, I'm trying to be a proud stepfather. Y'all quiet because that's some noble shit, but he's single. That shit is weird. There's other things he can do with his life. He can work for FedEx. He can be a stenographer. This is weird. But he can have his own fucking kids. He doesn't even believe in his own sperm. That's crazy. Nah, my shit don't swim. I already know. That shit don't work. I go, bro, why you want to do that with your life? He goes, Julio, it makes perfect sense, bro. If it ever goes bad with me and the girl, I never got to feel bad for leaving her. Because those are never my kids to begin with. He goes, you think I'm an asshole? I go, no, bro, you a free spirit, baby. Look at you.
It's so dope getting to work with so many different people. The wine is just the meeting point. It's the addition. I don't hold wine up here like I hold the cultures it brings together up there. I want to learn about different people and different things. So we are starting off with some California Rosé. Julio, I didn't get a chance to tell you this, but part of my genius is having you up here. You're also unpaid labor.
It's true.
So our first guest for today, I am bringing up a representative of Bottle Co. She's going to come up here and talk to us about some wine a little bit. Alexa, please. So when I got here, Alexa walked around the store with me and helped me pick out some wines. So I picked out this rosé. It's a Denon Vacationer California Rosé. And when I picked it out, the look she gave me was like, and I could have went another way. But listen, bad wines are a part of the culture as well. You know, it's only bad to you. Somebody thought this was worthy of bottle, but it's a learning process. You may not like it, but maybe you can learn something from it. The education is in the mistakes. So when people call me and ask me to recommend them a wine, I can give you recommendations. That doesn't necessarily mean you like what I like. The beauty of wine is the trial and error. So Alexa, why don't you like this wine? What's your deal?
For a preference, I normally drink red wines. I like dry, oaky, flavor-based. For me, this just didn't have a full body kind of taste at all to me. It's very crisp, not really for my palate. So just like you said, depending on who's drinking it and what you're drinking it with as well, really accommodates that person. And just like wine and everybody else is different, so.
Cheers. Let's see what you don't like. Because I'll keep it funky. I'll tell you, I have no problem saying a wine is shit. So real quick, rosés we spoke about. My go-to is French rosés. A little bit more perfumey, a little bit more floral, a a little bit more exotic. What I found with California rosés, they have a little bit more body than your traditional rosé. It's definitely medium in color. What would you call that color? What would you say that is?
Definitely the lighter inside for me for a rosé. I don't think it's as crisp as like more common rosés. It's kind of just like flat for me, and that's what I don't necessarily have a preference for.
So the complexion of the rosé kind of gives you an idea of what you're in for. The darker the rosé, the more flavor, a little bit more heaviness to it, if you will. The lighter the rosé, the lighter in body, I'd say this is right in the middle of the road. I'm getting some floral. Are you getting a fruit out of that? Or are you getting
I think it's like more on the citrus side.
Yeah.
It definitely has that like sour tartness to it.
Julio, do you drink wine at any point? Be honest. The qualifications of this show is not that you drink wine. It was that you were funny and you were ready to exceed expectations. So by all means.
I've never really drank wine like that as a go-to or like ordered it. So, but this is pretty good.
You like that?
I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty good for me, especially since I don't drink wine. I'm not really the type of person to order drinks at all, to be honest.
You're not much of a drinker?
Nah,
Me neither. I'm not much of a drinker either. I had just said this on a recent episode. I started out drinking beer because it was cheap and available, right? And when you were 13, it was actually cool. Hard liquor, I really wasn't, I just wanted to get drunk as quick as possible. And wine, my family wasn't a wine family, and the only wine I got exposed to early on was very cheap wine and not so good. So I was like, I don't like wine either. But again, working in the industry, I had an opportunity to try a lot of different things. Miss Keisha Hux, everybody, I haven't given the proper introduction. Give it up. She's gonna be giving us some music later on in the show.
Yes.
Keisha, are you a wine drinker?
Well, not really. I like liquor. I'm like a Hennessy,
Yeah.
Bel Air, Rosé. Like I'm like a one-trick pony with that. Like I'll try other stuff. Like if I'm out somewhere, I'll get some plum wine or something. I'm no connoisseur by any means.
This is what this is about. This is the introduction. It's bringing worlds together. I can line this up with wine people and talk all that nerd shit to you if you'd like. But there's 10,000 of them on Instagram doing it, and you can find them. You can look them up. This is bringing worlds together, and I take pride in when I bring somebody up here and they're learning about something for the first time. They're trying a food for the first time. They're trying a wine for the first time. That's why I do this. How do you like this?
I like it. It tastes pretty good. Again, I'm no expert like you guys are very informative.
I make all this shit up.
Learn something.
How can you see yourself enjoying this wine? Is this more of a end of the day wine? Do you see yourself on the patio drinking it? Do you see yourself on the beach? Like, where does this wine take you?
Definitely outside, like on the next day, like on the deck, or something like 75 degrees.
Yeah. Smoking big old fatty.
Maybe two.
All right, guys. So now we're moving on to the white wine. This was actually Alexa's pick. Tell us a little bit about it, why you picked that white wine.
So this is, like I said before, I don't normally drink white wines at all. We normally never do that. My mom, she's a huge Pinot Grigio and all that, and I'm just like, I like dry and bitter. It's always been my thing. This wine is actually so accommodating for so many people. I feel like I think it has just a nice overall balance of everything. It's actually pretty interesting as well. It's aged for over 70 years, a 7-year-old vine, so it has a lot of like quality and background to it as well. It's grown in sandy soil, so I feel like that really puts some like texture and just good quality into the wine itself.
When I think of sand, sand, dirt, gravel, it's earthy. I think earthy, right? These are natural elements. A white wine can be earthy. It's not just red wines, right? So I believe we have a delivery. If I could bring to the bar, Chef Antonio from Porta Pizza. Chef, thank you so much for joining us. Look at this. Look at this box. Come on, look at this. Look at this guy. Who the fuck do you think you are putting your face? Look at this. I'm jealous. Well, I'm jealous. Jake, we need to put my face up here right now.
marketing.
Dude, listen, man. I am a marketing. I have a passion for marketing and branding. I'm just kidding. This is dope. Get in the picture. Come on, don't be shy. All right, let's open these bad boys up. Chef Antonio, are you a wine drinker?
Yes.
Where are you from? Where's your family from?
I'm actually Portuguese.
Portuguese and Italian. That's some good cooking going on in that family.
Portuguese, Italian, and I grew up in Venezuela.
Oh wow, man! Yeah, a bunch of different cultures.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're a wine drinker.
Yes, sir.
What do you like? White,
Usually
red,
red. Unless I'm eating seafood.
Yeah. Do you mix it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So we are. I want to go down the line with these wines. I know we already started the rosé. Maybe we'll go back to the rosé, but I definitely want to try some of these slices with the white wines. All right, so guys, please grab. We'll start with the white wine, white pizza, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about this white pizza, chef.
Yeah, so this one here is butter formaggio, so pretty much 4 cheese. So we have buffalo mozzarella, pecorino romano, Gorgonzola cheese, and Italian is called stacchino. It's kind of like an Italian version of Gruyere. Yeah.
So it's a creamy cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. Pizza and wine is without a doubt my top 5 favorite wine and food pairings. Some of my best nights are a pie of pizza, some red wine, and then waking up to the leftover red wine and pizza. Now I will tell you I recommend red wine with pizza unless it's cold, then I go white. Man! Right, real light. The cheese is very rich.
Yeah.
Very rich and flavorful. Like you can really taste different cheeses on here. Yeah.
The trick of the tough pizza is we cook it at 900 degrees. So the whole concept is not overcooking the ingredients. It takes about a minute. Oh. So everything's virtually raw.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta try it with the wine though.
No, of
Bully,
course.
talk to me, bro.
I mean, you already know. You like the right guy. It's amazing, bro. And it's good with the wine too. So I'm not really a drinker like that. So
Why I got into wine was because how much better made food made.
Yeah.
You know, how much better food tasted because of the wine. And that was the game for me. I mean, wine was cool. You know, I got a nice little buzz. It usually got me like horny and shit, which is nice. But ultimately, when I started incorporating the food, that's where the magic was for me.
alright.
This crust is so good and light. Oh my god. I really want to take another slice, but we're gonna go over to this pie here. Tell us about this pie.
So the next one is prosciutto and arugula pizza. It's pretty much Parmesan tomato, buffalo mozzarella, and arugula and prosciutto and shaved parmesan.
Alright. Alright guys, get in. You take your time. I'm gonna get kind of fun. You have one really nice slice.
Take one.
Okay. All right. I'll take a couple bites. I gotta be
Good thing she wasn't with us for the Lamani show, right, Jake? You're located in North Bergen, New Jersey.
Yeah, so we're located right up River Road, Old River Road.
Okay.
It's actually across the street from the Edgewater police station. We've been there almost 5 years.
We're gonna do the prosciutto and arugula pizza. We're gonna try it with the white wine.
Trying to look like Vin Diesel by the summer, you ruined it now, player.
You got personality.
Honestly, before comedy, I used to be like real insecure, and then I started doing comedy. I'm like, yo, the weight is not an issue.
What?
Really not. Yeah, pizza's amazing, bro. Yeah, amazing.
I don't feel bad about this one.
The white wine with the prosciutto and spinach pizza. That's a nice pair. When you're dealing with multiple ingredients, when the wine hits the prosciutto, it's different than when the wine hits the arugula, when the wine hits the cheese. And so you have all these different flavor combinations and profiles going on in your mouth at one time. I mean, again, you don't get this with anything but wine. Now, the pizza industry is interesting, right? Like, I mean, it's been around forever. I eat pizza 5 days a week. I'm an Uber driver. So, like, when I'm hungry and I don't want to spend money on lunch, I'll just grab a $2 slice. I'm not just a wine connoisseur, dealing with trouble. All right? Now you're having all these videos. There's one very popular, Pizza pizza guy, right? The Barstool Sports guy is doing all his pizza reviews. The pizza industry is going a very interesting direction, especially with the artisanal pizzas, with different styles of pizzas. How have you seen the industry change in this time?
Well, it turns out that people are getting to know different styles of pizza. The conception is that pizza has to be crispy and overcooked and this and that. Nothing wrong with that, but it's very different styles of pizza. For example, this one is more of a Neapolitan style pizza. It's a different flour. We use double zero flour, which is a very fine, delicate flour, very little yeast. So it's very light. And no matter how you do it, it will never be crispy because of the style of dough. Some people are used to the crispy pizza themselves uncooked. But then you have a little more things like that, so we have to like explain people, again,
It's a different style.
different style, yeah. So not one being better than the other, just what are you gonna do?
Preference.
If you're drunk, you go for the crispy pizza. If you want to have a nice one, this is better because you get to taste all the ingredients separate.
And but that's wine, right? It's your preference.
Yeah.
It's not, don't let people decide what's good or bad wine. You decide that. I do encourage people to try different things. I stay away from the mass-produced wines, your yellowtails, your cabots, your barefoot wines. I try to stay away from those. There's no way you can produce that much of one wine. There has to be something to it, right? So I try to find things that are a little bit harder to find, a little more exotic wine, and therefore more exotic foods. That's just my personality. So what's this called on the menu?
So it's called pork belly pizza.
Okay.
It's pretty much we roast piece of pork belly raw, put a bunch of spices, rosemary, garlic, and roast it in the same oven. Let it cool down in cubes, and then into tomato, mozzarella, pork belly, and chocolate base, black chocolate base.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So this is one of my favorite.
Cheers.
I would have done it.
It's awesome. I want to open up this red wine. So now we're going to go into the red wine. Today's red wine is a 90 plus Pinot Noir from Russian River Valley. Remember, Russian River Valley make very good Pinot Noirs, also make very good Chardonnays out of Sonoma, California. Alexa, would you like to tell us a little bit about this 90-point wine, or just your overall, you're a red wine drinker. So, what do you think about Pinot Noirs, California Pinot Noirs?
I feel like they have a really nice consistency when they're having it. So if you do try one more, you'll most likely like a different brand of that. Same thing like you said, like I try to stay away from like yellowtails and stuff like that because it's so generic. And just because you don't necessarily know wine doesn't mean that you're gonna hate it. Just because so many people have seen it and it's sold and it's broadcast all over, I feel like that really makes a difference. For this one, I like that it has this forward taste. It's not too acidic or anything like that. It has a nice balance to be an everyday drinkable wine, or have it with a meal, or out to dinner and stuff like that.
So she brought up the word balance. Balance means in wine is a nice complement of dry to sweet to whether it's a savory red wine or savory wine or acidic. Not too much of everything. It's just everything is just right. You're getting a lot of different consistencies and flavor when you drink. So when you hear people talk about a balanced wine, that's what they're talking about. What's your preference of red wine?
I go different phases. Right now I'm getting into full body coconut. My favorite is Hess.
That's a very
excellent one. And I also have it in my restaurant. It's called 1,000 Story. It's red Citadel. It's Asian bourbon bar.
Okay.
So it gives you that bourbon wine. And red Citadel is supposed to be kind of like the Pinot Noir very mild. But because it's in a bourbon barrel, it's more of a full body type of wine.
So, and Keisha, you had spoken about how you like to drink Hennessy and cognac, brown liquor, all that ill shit.
Yeah.
So, the red wines that have the characteristics of a bourbon, of a smoky flavor.
That sounds good. That sounds very good.
That when people tell me that they're into cognacs, when they're into the hard liquor, like there's wines that are aged in bourbon barrels. Some people frown upon it, but fuck it. But there's ways to find a parallel to what it is you prefer.
Yeah.
Whether that's hard liquor, whether that's beer. course, food. So what do you think about this red wine?
I think it's good. It's very outflowing. I heard that it's very strong. I like the taste. And I don't know how to red wine drinker, so
Okay.
it's good. Yeah.
Pinot Noir is very versatile. A master som once taught me, when in doubt, Pinot Noir. When you don't know what to pair, when you don't know what the menu's going to be, when you don't know what the people you're eating with like, Pinot Noir, always a safe bet if you want to play it safe. My man Julio, talk to me.
This was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
You've had all three now.
Yeah,
You probably drank more wine today, maybe in your entire life.
definitely. This was good because last time I had red wine, a long time ago, it was like real dry. So I thought every time I had red wine, it was gonna be like that. But this one's good. This one got flavor to it. So today changed my whole mindset about wine.
That's dope.
And I'm pretty tipsy right now, so I'm pretty good.
Favorite pizza? You didn't even eat half. This is why I got it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, and this is serious. I tried, well, not tried, but I went vegan 7 days ago. And I stopped today.
The pork was vegan, so.
That was vegan?
Vegan pork, yeah.
I believe you.
I started believing this thing.
Should have told me. But I'm willing to break the diet for that. Your pizza was good.
These were excellent. The 4-cheese pizza, quattro formaggi. So many, you can really taste the different consistencies and all the cheeses, the flavors. There were so many different flavors. The prosciutto and arugula pizza. I really liked it, and I wouldn't order that on my own. I don't like arugula, but with the white wine, it really broke it down. It really broke down the arugula, the bitterness of it, and the prosciutto, although red meat, went really well with the white wine. The one of my favorite, which I thought was going to be my favorite going in, was the pork belly pizza with the black truffle. That was amazing. So make sure y'all check out Pour It Up. Thank you so much again, Chef. Thank you so much. We're getting ready to go into our final pairing. So I do have one final guest. Personally, very special to me. Without this, I mean, I really couldn't do this without this person. I want to bring my sister Yvette. She don't like this shit. I'm the front of the camera. She's behind the camera. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah! I've been my biggest supporter, you know, been taking care of me from the beginning. She hasn't stopped. I'm very fortunate to have her be a part of this and take this journey with me. It was her birthday 8 days ago.
Yeah. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
For our final pairing, we're going to do some birthday cake.
Birthday cake! Yo, is that cake vegan?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ed. Happy birthday to you.
I wanted to get a candle for every year of the birthday. We're running on a tight budget.
Thank you.
Let's take some cake. Here you go. Let me guess, Julio. Let me guess. You ain't having cake. Eat your vegan ass.
A little slice, bro.
Same for me.
Small slice. So one thing I love to talk to people about are their drinks. My favorite question right now is to ask people, what do you wish you can do every day for the rest of your life and get paid for? I asked my sister that recently, and she told me she wants to travel the world drinking wine. How convenient. Well, I guess I got it from here, sis. But no, it's awesome that, you know, we share each other's dreams because we really just want to hang out with each other and our families and do fun shit. And that's exactly what we get to accomplish here. Yvette, what's your favorite kind of wine? Do you prefer red, white, or rosé?
Red and rosé. Red and rosé evenly.
Red and rosé evenly, depending on the mood and the day, time of year. So let's try the chocolate cake and the red wine. Again, Pinot Noir, very versatile, a great go-to. Appetizers, entrees, desserts, breakfast. It fits the bill, right?
I wasn't expecting you to taste that bill with the cake. I thought that was a weird mixture. I always thought no dessert and drinks. Yeah. I'm not a sweetie, but it's a good pairing.
It's balanced, right? The cake already, you know, super sweet. Now, if you can draw that balance back with the wine and cut it with something a little drier, you know, now they're meeting in the middle, right? Because you're eating something fruity, you're eating fruit, you don't necessarily want a fruity wine. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The contrast is always a great way to figure out the flavors and what's going on. Yeah. You got a show to do in about 5 minutes.
Yes,
you ready to go?
Get me drunk off cake and wine and pizza.
I perform better when I'm drunk.
I'm ready to. Yeah, that's what it is.
I love you, baby.
Cheers. Love you. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Everybody, let's give it up. We got Julio Diaz. Thank you for coming out, Julio Diaz. Alexa of Bottle Co. Chef Antonio of Porto in North Bergen, New Jersey. And Keisha Hawk, she's about to light it up for us, y'all. Cheers, Urban Wine Tribe TV.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Let's go. All right.
Yep, I'm ready. DJ, you can hit it.
TV on the track, boy.
Yo, Urban Wine Tribe. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
TV on the track, boy.
Yeah. It's crystal clear, I'm a problem, boy. That's common knowledge, boy. Nah, not in your pockets, boy. I fucking got it, boy. Shit, you bring me lots of joy. Shit, you bring me lots of joy. Smoke green chronic, baby. I call it Bob Troy. Yeah, run it out. I need a lot just to sum it up. Heard that I'm cold, niggas bundle up. I warm it up in the summer months, smoke a ton of blunts. Tell me what you need. What the fuck do you really want from me? I take the problems, long as the shits come along with more money. See, bitches that hate, but the niggas they think that that's even more funny. She shake the money to reach for your gun, just keep it at home, honey. You wasn't down, never thought I was proud. My words ain't count, but I figured it out, that's just what I'm about, nigga. Ooh, I think I like her, cause she get different flavor. If she a fucking rapper, or could she be your favorite? She could be my future wife, the doors could stay with her. Maybe just because I want you, never means I really need you. Ooh, I think I like her, cause she get different flavor. Future wife, the doors could stay with her. Maybe just because I want you, never means I really need you. Run it down, I need a lot to sum it down. Heard that I'm cold, but it was. I warm it up in the summer months, smoke a ton of blood. Run it down, I need a lot to sum it down. Heard that I'm cold, niggas bundle up. I warm it up in the summer months, smoke a ton of blood. Now I need your pockets, boy. I fucking got it, boy. Now I need your pockets, boy. I fucking got it, I got it, I got it. Yeah, run it up, run it up, run it up. I need a lot to sum it up. It's part of the play. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. KEVSHHAWKZ. Follow me on all platforms. Check me on iTunes. Bet.
Thank you everybody for coming out. Urban Wine Tribe, Bottle Co.